What about now? Do we have any sound yet? Because it should be on the computer speakers right now. And I'm trying to watch it on YouTube and I'm not. All right. Let's see. All right, guys. I'm going to start over. Okay? Hold on. Oh, wait. What about now? Do we have any sound yet? It should be on. All right. Okay. So I still think this is a better option. Okay. I'm going to try this. Can you? Okay, I think you can hear me now, even through my headsets, because that came through my head. Ah! Computer speakers right now. I'm just waiting for the live stream to catch up to me. I'm trying to watch it on YouTube, but I'm not. All right. Let's see. If the fan turns on the computer, that's what makes the AirPods a better option. I'm going to start over. All right. Okay, hold on. Okay. I think we're okay. I'm going to keep going. I think what happened was I had my phone on when we started, and the AirPods were confused as to what they should be playing for me. All right, online exclusives. That's where we are. It's 3 o'clock, and this is the live stream number. I'm calling it number 4 because the bonus is a bonus. It didn't get included really in the numbering system, so to speak. And my pointer is in the right crazy place. Okay, so online exclusives. We've reached the portion of the day where technology issues occur, and I've discovered an error that I need to try and correct before the 4:30 post. Um, and I'm shocked because typically I purchase initially more heavily in the online exclusives, and I haven't done that yet. So anyway, I'm super excited. I hope you're having a great day and that you're enjoying all the posts and that you're commenting along. But remember, you've got time to catch up if you didn't. If you have missed some things, you can catch up later. I've been standing all day, but I decided I'd like to sit down for this video, so I've pulled up a little chair. And anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to switch cameras and then switch topics. How about that? So the online exclusive product list, and I told you this isn't in a printed publication, which, is true. It's not in a catalog, but Stampin' Up! Has been providing us these PDFs that we can share with you. And I shared the link so that if you wanted to print this out, you could. And although I don't have a ton of these products, what I do have is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to play with them. I started to say play more, but I've only got a couple of things that I've played with. So anyway, there is one suite in the online exclusive collection in January, and it is this Lovely Blossoms suite collection, and it has a stamp set, a set of dies, an embossing folder. It has some beautiful bling, and it has a gorgeous ribbon. There's some other pieces that go along with it that we're going to talk about in the next video when we talk about scrapbooking. There is a scrapbooking workshop kit that corresponds to this. And so there's more. But wait, there's more. I'm a chamois commercial, right? This is kind of hard for you to see, so I've referenced it. Now I'm going to show you the products that I have. So starting out, the bundle, right? So here is the stamp set with these beautiful greetings and some flowers that you can color. You can stamp independently and add some Wink of Stella. You have so many options, right? You can color with watercolor pencils. You can color with ink and a blender pen. You can color with your Stampin' Blends, which are alcohol based. Your leaves is just a single solid image with some detail in the negative image, if you will. So this is absolutely gorgeous. The dies add so much versatility, right? So you can see that you've got dies that are going to cut out the two flowers and the leaves, and then you get this extra die, right, to cut out some leaves. So, or actually these two that give you some coordination there, adding lots of different textures to it. Then you have these two dies, and I should just show them to you, right? Why am I just talking about them? So we have some label dies. So a really thin greeting, or one rounded, soft, more softly, and a little larger. You can see these two dies are going to give you the detail of the leaves. This one is going to cut out the stamped image. And then these are adding some gorgeous texture. Cindy has made a couple of cards, at least a couple of cards with this that are amazing. I cannot wait to copy them. I just haven't had an opportunity. So lots of different options there between the stamp set and the dies. Then you have an embossing folder called Lovely Stripes. And I use this on some Christmas cards. The stripe actually has some dots, and I can't open it. Open sesame. And I don't have there. Can you see the dots in there in the detail? So it is a super cool embossing folder. This is how I label my embossing folders. I don't keep up with the catalog that they've come out with necessarily. I just put the name and the product number, because when I go to sell this, I can promise you I will not know what the name is. And so this is helpful to me. I hope it's helpful to you as well. So that's the embossing folder. Then there's this beautiful cloud cover ribbon. This is just over half an inch wide, and it's cloud cover color. And then, oh my gosh, look at that texture. It's really soft. Now, it's wide, so it's going to add a certain amount of bulk. But you know, I told you I like to tie my knots and then pull them kind of tight. And obviously, the tighter I pull it, the more bulky it's going to be. But that's just because of the width of it. I'm sorry, guys. I got to pay attention to make sure that I stay on camera as I lean. But it's a beautiful ribbon. And then the bling, we looked at this bling earlier when we looked at the VCR, the virtual card retreat, because these are the embellishments that are included in the retreat. So Secret Sea, Old Olive, Cloud Cover, and White, right? I don't know if it even says it there, but they're not as flat as like the glossy dots, but they're not pointed, so they're not going to rip your paper in an envelope. You're not going to rip your envelope when you put these on a card. And these are my second favorite style of bling, gems, and you saw that I've already used some on a different set. This is an extra that I got when I purchased the suite. So yeah, I love those. Let's take a look at the paper, the designer series paper, because it's kind of different. I'm loving that we're getting paper like this. And what do I mean by that? So one, we've got these sections here. That's not the word I want to use, but it's the word I've got. So we've got card fronts, right? Or some background pieces, and look at this, right? So here's a great row of, what are these, 2-inch squares? Do so much with that. Then this row, and the other thing that's unique to this is that there are Well, we have 3 sheets of each design. So this background, it's pretty well, it's cloud cover. It matches the design in the embossing folder. So you get some great texture here. It even has like some fabric texture to it. I remember ticking. You have some ticking. Where do we see ticking in? Actually on my curtains over there. But pillows, right? Did we see cotton ticking there? Is that the right word? Dana, you can tell me. You're my seamstress. Look at this beautiful pattern. The cloud cover is such a pretty color. I love it with old olive. And then this is petal pink on the reverse. It's got a little texture to it as well. And then I love this white and crumb cake and a secret C pattern on this side, little diamonds. And then here we have petal pink and secret C. And then the veining is cloud cover with old olive. And this is a real linen looking texture on the back of these. So beautiful paper, so much that you can do with that. Sorry, that was probably pretty loud. So that is the suite that is in the online exclusives this time. Now in your printed document, you know, that's going to show up a few places, right? So here's the components of the suite. And then the next page shows you bundles. And well, this is already also a bundle, so it's going to show up in the bundles. So the bundles that we have, so they've got the bundled prices here, and then on the second row, they've broken out the individual components of it. So this gliding garden swing. Now, I grew up with my great grandmother had a had a glider porch swing. That's the word I was looking for. But you also see these hanging from trees. This is I'm going to get this because of nostalgia. That would be the reason. When we go to Hope's Haven in Centerville, Tennessee, we have porch swings on at the cottage, we call it, and it's a lovely place to sit and listen to the wind and the rain or the creek gurgling. It's just yeah, there's just great memories, great I don't know. There's nothing like a porch swing except for a rocker, which is separate. But you know, anyway, that speaks to my roots and it speaks to my happy place where I love to go and escape. That's where Cindy and I were in December. We went to the cottage and spent a long weekend. So that is the gliding garden swing. Then we have the peaceful dock. So we've got a wooden boat and some nice greetings. I like this is kind of a fun greeting on that that says, you make life lovely, take time to relax, and sending happiness. And so you've got dies that go along with that. We get a sample card here as well. I would say print this for reference, but then look it up online so that you can make things bigger and see more clearly. But I think for reference and keeping up with what you've purchased, this is a great thing to keep. Then we have the Fragrant Layers bundle. This is absolutely beautiful. It has a lot of versatile pieces. I didn't purchase it because I have a lot of other flowers and I'm going to try not to, but it has some really cool aspects to it, right? These pieces, right? You can cut out these images. You have this gorgeous detailed panel. You can, I don't even know where to start with all the different things I have seen people use. So I encourage you, look on Pinterest for examples using this. Stampin' Up! Shared some ideas in a pre-order video. And I mean, they nailed it. It's just one of those things that where my money needed to go right now, I didn't need more florals. So, but it is it is different. We've got some two-step stamping going on here, but you can also color instead of, or you can use the image, the line art image, and not color it at all. So fragrant layers, it is. It's beautiful. It's just not in my arsenal just yet. Blessed Beginnings. So this is kind of cool. You know, spring romance is in the air, right? We saw the Valentine's um, the Valentine sets, bundle, suite, everything in the mini catalog. We also saw the what is it that we had some wedding type of um, then we have a large stamp set that is more wedding anniversary. I'll get to it in a second. I'll think about what it is. And the whole lovely and beautiful. So we get some romance kind of stamps in here. And then with this Blessed Beginnings bundle, we get the church, country church, I want to call it, with its steeple and blessings, Easter, baptism, wedding. So some big events that happen in a church. Then we have the lovely arrangements bundle, which we saw as part of the suite collection. Now, on this page, those bundles are broken into their components, right? So we have the stamp set, the die, the die, or the stamp set and the die, the stamp set and the die, the stamp set and the die. Then we have the paper from the suite. We're going to come back to that. Then we have the stamp set and the die, the embossing folder, the gems. We're going to come back to that in the number 5. So then we have the non-bundled products, if you will. And I do have some of these. I even have a sample card to show you from this page. So let's see what we have, although that I need to save. Okay. So here's the ribbon that we had in the suite. This paper, let's look at this paper first. I'm kind of going to go out of order, if you will, but isn't this fun? So this is called Splash of Sparkles, and there is some pastel shimmer that I bet coordinate with it. This is a 12 by 12 sheet. Oh my gosh, look at that gold foil. So this is $16.50 specialty paper. It has a lot of color to it. It has Azure Afternoon, Balmy Blue, Bubble Bath, Daffodil Delight, Highland Heather, Lemon Lolly, Pool Party, Pretty in Pink, Shaded Spruce, Timid Tiger, Gold, and Holographic. This is beautiful. Rainbow here, watercolor wash. 6 patterns, 2 of each. Love the circles, and look how we've got the rainbow coming this way, although it's probably not true rainbow order, is it? But lots of cool interest here in this paper. Very different. Here's a watercolor wash of Timid Tiger. Then we get Timid Tiger and Bubble Bath in a stripe. And then we get these, look at these fun designs. So cut these apart and use them for layering up on your cards. This is a technique that you can kind of create with your blocks, and you can actually ink up your blocks, add a little bit of water, and then stamp them down on your cardstock to give an effect such as this. And look at this beautiful foil. Very shiny. Then this has almost a bubble look to it. Of course, here's some purple, kind of like my purple and pink. Nice bold stripe here. So a lot of the overlapping colors in the Easter here too, right? Look at that. That's super cool. So now you can see the holographic side of this, right? And then some single images here. So really cool paper. I don't know that I've seen a lot of examples made with that yet, but I sure thought it was really cool. So had to add that in. All right, then some of the other things on here. Okay, we're going to ignore this stamp set. We're going to ignore this for a minute. Covered in flowers accents. So that is what I have here. I might, let's see if I can get it out so that you can see away from the glare. So they're die cut pieces. So you could color these, you could use them in they're kind of ivory, laser cut. It's a heavy cardstock. There's just the single sheet. But I thought this was pretty cool. So that is called Covered in Flowers Accents. So that is here on your page. Here's the pastel shimmer paper, 12 by 12 specialty paper. And then we have 4 single stamp sets that are not part of bundles. I have to show you, this card is made from the Unbridled Beauty. Dana Cherry, this is your card, and I just love everything about it. This, I have a feeling you've done with your scoring blade and created this background that makes you think of a paneled wall, and it's only partially the way up. The stable door opens, it's a Dutch door like this. Then you have your beautiful horse image and this scene that she's created here with the images, the other images in the set. So for your horse loving friends and family members, you don't want to miss this set. We do not have these images very often. Then we have a St. Patrick's Day set with called Good Luck. Got kind of a pot of gold, and then the horseshoe, of course, the clover. It says you're gold and we're lucky to be friends, as well as a good luck image. Seasonal celebrations brings in a graduation cap. We've got, kind of Easter, we've got St. Patrick's Day, spring, most definitely, and a birthday hat. Round of hellos. Of course, this is going to fit one of the circle punches. It makes me think of, I could probably lay my hands on it faster than I'm going to be able to, symmetry. There was a stamp called something symmetry a while back, and it was a bit like this. But so your round greetings that you want to layer up on your card. So that's what this is for. It gives you some textured aspects to it, as well as this thank you that's encircled. So guys, that was pretty fast there. And now I gotta find this. So that's the online exclusives. And like I said, as you can see, I don't have a lot of products from the online exclusives, which is not what has been the norm for me more recently. I have purchased typically more from the online exclusives than I have from the mini catalogs, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out that way this time. So at least not at this point in the catalog period. So where are we? What's up next? What have we just had? So this was the 3 o'clock live. So it's post number 10. Although we've probably had like an 8.5 in here for one of our posts, and yeah, I didn't renumber everything. It was just easier to kind of go with some fractions. There is an ordering special for this time period between now and Tuesday. And what does it look like? Yeah, it'd be great if I had saved, say I had that in front of me. I didn't print it. So I'm gonna shoot from the hip here and maybe I'll get it right. And that is actually going to post, oh my gosh, when is it gonna post? I'm not sure. The ordering special. Remember, if you spend $20 retail, so between $20 and $49, you're going to earn Stampin' Rewards from Stampin' Up. At $50, you're going to earn in addition to your Stampin' Rewards of 10%, you're going to earn a $5 bonus day coupon. You can redeem that $5 in February. That would be for orders between 50 and 100. So you'll earn the bonus day coupon as well as your Stampin' Rewards. Then at $100, then you're going to earn the 10% Stampin' Rewards. You're going to earn two $5 bonus coupons, and you can decide whether you would prefer to earn another 10% off of your order that I will present to you in Stampin' Rewards, or an additional or an embellishment of from the offering, either from the January offering or from the mini catalog. I think that's how it goes, or it's something close to that. This has been the video that's been trying, hasn't it? The sound was wrong. Now I'm referring to something that I don't have in front of me and shooting from the hip. So what's up next? At 4 o'clock, so what, in about half an hour, I have a scavenger hunt game that is going to post. And then at 4:30, I'm gonna share the scrapbooking coordinating product flyers. And you know what? I printed those. What did I do with them? Hold on. Oh, here they are. So I'll give you a sneak peek as I spin around here. So the coordinating product flyers, I started putting this together, I don't know, 2 catalogs ago, maybe 3, because the catalog kind of spreads this out, right? You get the scrapbooking workshop kits up front, then you get scrapbooking, I don't know what it's called, scrapbooking, yeah, what is it called? Those are the suites. For the love, what do you call it? Okay, can't lay my hand on it. Scrapbooking from scratch is what it's called. So you get part of the products there. And I felt like you needed to tie it all together. So I put these flyers together and share them with you in posts so that you can see how these would all work together. Because there's a scrapbooking stamp set that coordinates with these, but you don't see that until you get to scrapbooking by scratch. And it's not always clear how these work together. So that's what the flyers are for. I have one that I omitted, so there are actually going to be 4 that will post. There is one with the nature, remember the exploring, what's it called? Nature walk, right? So we have a scrapbooking workshop for that. We have one for the beach boardwalk, and then we have one for the Valentine's, and we have one for the suite that we just looked at online exclusive. So those are going to post, and then we will go through the scrapbooking kind of in a video form and look at all of those pieces together. And after that, so that's at 5 o'clock that I'll be live doing that. And then we're nearly done. Wow, this day has gone by pretty quickly. I hope that you're having a great time. I can't wait to hear what you think of the scavenger hunt. And I will see you back in, I don't even know what time it is. It's 3:30. So I'll see you back in an hour and a half. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.